Do you guys know anything about Magic?
The crowd you would find at Critical Hit Game Store is not one you would typically think of finding when you visit Iowa City. Instead of spending their time involved in athletics or going to parties on a Friday night, you could find Kate and Alex playing Magic and other fantasy games just a few blocks away.
My name is Kate Wojnacki. I am originally from Missouri, came to Iowa to go to school, ended up with the opportunity to buy this business a few years ago, and yeah.
We asked Kate how she got involved in the card game community.
Well, when I was really little, I wanted to be a ghost. I had played a lot of the games like in middle school and high school and throughout college, like role playing and obviously like board games and stuff. I was involved with a lot of different things in high school, as most kids are, because there's just like a lot of opportunities
Thrown at you.
But I think what appealed, it was, especially like the role playing and stuff, was more creative than a lot of other opportunities. And I was able to, you were able to kind of control it a bit more. I mean, it wasn't just like a thing that you went out
had rules and stuff like that with board games.
Yeah, and the community is much more open, I think, than a lot of, like I played soccer and stuff all through school, and there was a lot of politics within the groups, and I think that that's probably more true even of like football and the more popular sports, and or like student government especially.
Kate is really interested in fantasy and role-playing games.
Like Dungeons and Dragons or now Pathfinder are kind of like the main, like the biggest one. So you have like a core set of rules, like you create a universe basically, and then you, each person, each player, whatever, creates a character like that they want to be. It's a lot like fantasy football. The people are really into like, you know, following the stats of like all the different people and like drafting. So it's pretty similar to that in a lot of ways. Yeah, it's a type of thing that like a lot of times people will start meeting here, like use this as kind of like a neutral ground, and then like once they played a couple times and gotten a feel for each other, they'll end up at somebody's house. Or
We asked Kate what her favorite part about working at Critical Hit was.
But kind of in general, like when kids come in and it's like their first time, like kind of being around people like them. Yeah, like just like a little kid that thinks that Magic is really cool, but then he comes in and sees like 30 or 40 like college kids that are still really into this thing that he's into. You know, it's kind of interesting. And just seeing the way that the community interacts with the younger kids, like how supportive, I think. Yeah.
A popular visitor to Critical Hit is Alex Court. His favorite game is called Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I started when I was 6 because a bunch of my friends started doing it. They're much older than I was. And then my mom bought me cards. And then she took them all away because one of the cards is a black card, and black usually has gruesome pictures.
Oh.
So she took it away because it was too gruesome.
And you were 6.
I was 6. And then she gave them back when I was 7 because 1 year makes all the difference. I don't tell people my age.
Okay. You don't have to, that's okay.
I really don't. Like, how old am I?
So you won't tell us how many years you've been playing?
A very long time. I started when I was young, and so then the collection just kept growing and growing. And then card stores like this like really changed how I played because they provide the packs so you can buy them, and then they also buy single cards. So some of them are worth significantly more. Like one of the most expensive is called the Black Lotus Alpha. So it's in the very first print from the 86 to the 93. And that's currently going, last one sold is 37,000. Yeah.
One card?
One card.
Do you have it?
I have one. It's beta, not alpha.
Is it here?
Still, no.
Is it a case?
It is.
Yeah.
There are still cards I'm missing because they're very popular. So the store is sold out of them. The only place I can buy them are online through different venues like StarCity.com or Star City Games.
Or wait for a lucky day.
Yeah, or wait for someone to feel low on cash. Some people, sell it to the store if they run into bill problems.
We asked Alex what he enjoyed most about the Magic community.
It's just a good way of being social. Like, the connotation with nerds is that we're antisocial or we have low social outlets. But this is one of our big ways, and people who excel here can easily transcribe their capabilities of magic into the real world. But it's really hard for some people to let go of this and enter that real world, which is where a lot of the social disorders are coming from. It's a social faux pas for women to be into nerdy things like this. But, like, secretly, if you guys were to play, I guarantee you guys would enjoy this a lot more if you knew the rules, understood it, and then...
Yeah. We asked Alex about the term nerd and how it applied to the card game community.
Ultimately, that is what society has defined us as. People have the wrong connotation about Magic players. Denial of it is like one of the problems with translating into society. Could be like, I'm not a nerd. I don't do this, which means then you can't go to school, you can't go out and talk to people about it. But if that's one thing you're really passionate about, why are you denying it? So, there are closet nerds.
It's way creepy.
But then those people tend to have more depression, more anxiety, because they can't get the venues in which they release the stress.
Alright, your turn.
Both Kate and Alex talked about cliques within this community.
No. Kidding me? Like, if you see people sitting down playing Magic, you can literally walk up and sit down and join them.
There are some cliques, but and I think it's probably just Iowa City in general is very open.
There are cliques in stores where people obviously hang out quite a bit more than others, but I don't think at any point will they ever, like, tell you no, go away. Five cards, calling the color. It's a big part of my life.